Oh, good morning, baseball fans. This is Vinny, and I'm here to give you a um, recap of the uh, first set of games for the Middle-8 teams in our 2022 to 2025 tournament. We've just finished the first round for both leagues, uh, where the Middle-8 teams are vying to get into the Grade 8 um, section of the tournament. So let me just kind of give you a recap of what's gone on here, and then we'll show you um, the uh, the standings, the updated standings, and upcoming schedule. So uh, first of all, to recap the American League first set of games, we had the Tigers and the Red Sox, and in that game, we saw Garrett Crochet match up against Tarek Skubal. Skubal didn't pitch very well in that game and gave up a couple of home runs, both to Romy Gonzalez, believe it or not. Um, it's kind of shades of the other night with the Yankees when Paul Goldschmidt took Skubal deep twice. I think it was Goldschmidt. Can't remember. Um, but anyway, um, yep, Scuba got beat in that game. The Tigers got beat by a score of 6-2. The line was the Red Sox had 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Tigers 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Garrett Crochet was the winning pitcher. He went 6 and 2/3, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He had 13 strikeouts in this game. Meanwhile, Tarek Skubal took the loss. He went 7 plus, or 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk, 7 strikeouts, and a pair of home runs, both to Romy Gonzalez. Gonzalez was given the game MVP. He went 2 for 4, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs for the Red Sox in the Tiger victory. And so the Red Sox get a win, the Tigers get a loss. And moving on to the next game, we have the Indians, or excuse me, the Guardians and the Rangers. They'll always be the Indians to me. I'm just a baseball purist. There we go. Looking at this game here, the Guardians had 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and the Rangers 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Winning pitcher in this game was Shane Bieber, who went 8 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk, 5 strikeouts. Emmanuel Clase got the save, pitched an inning, gave up a couple of hits. The loser was Martin Perez, 5 and 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. And notable performances in the game uh, for the Indians. Couple of hits for Kwan, couple of hits for Jose Ramirez. He walked a couple of times as well. For the Rangers, Corey Seager had 3 hits, 3 for 4 with an RBI. But again, your Cleveland Guardians get the win and beat the Rangers 5-3. Continuing with the American League, we had a close game here with the Minnesota Twins edging the Tampa Bay Rays 2-1. The Rays 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Minnesota 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Twins scored both of their runs in the bottom of the first inning. And let's see if we can get a recap here. So in the bottom of the first inning, Keyshaw drew a walk, Julian struck out, another walk, Byron Buxton, and then Max Kepler doubled in uh, both runners. And that was Minnesota scoring, and they made it hold up. Let's go back to the box score here. Joe Ryan pitched 7 innings, 3 hits, a run, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. Gave up a home run to Junior Caminero. That was the Tampa Bay Rays' only run of the game. Drew Rasmussen, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Couple of walks, 11 strikeouts. Griffin Jacks got the save. Pitched the ninth inning, gave up a hit, and struck out a batter. But the Twins go on the edge. They'll move in that second round in the win column, and they have 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Rays, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. The final American League matchup was basically a blowout as the Blue Jays uh, beat the Chicago White Sox 9-0. Uh, they put 3 runs up in the bottom of the first inning, and that was pretty much all that the Jays would need. The Blue Jays go 9 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. The White Sox, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher was Chris Bassett. He went the distance, giving up 3 hits. He walked 1, struck out 6. And your losing pitcher was Lance Lynn, who went 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned. No walks, 3 strikeouts, gave up a couple of home runs. And hero for that game, Vladdy Guerrero, had a great game. He went 3 for 4, scored a couple of runs, had a couple of home runs, 6 RBIs, and of course he would get the game MVP with that performance. But the Blue Jays win handily 9-0. Moving into the National League, we have the Mets and the Reds, and again, pretty much a blowout game. The Reds blew it open in the second inning with 5 runs. Then they scored 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth. They went on to beat the Mets 10-2. The Reds get 10 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors. The Mets, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher, Andrew Abbott, he went 8 innings, 7 hits, couple of runs, both earned, a walk and 8 strikeouts. Sean Manaea lasted just but an inning, and an inning plus, 5 hits, 5 runs earned, and he got credit with the loss. Key performances, Matt McLain went 4 for 5 for Cincinnati. He had a homer, he had 3 RBIs. And also Christian Encarnacion Strand had 3 hits and 3 RBIs for the Reds. Not much happening for the Mets. Mark Vientos had a couple of hits, as did Francisco Lindor, but Mets really couldn't do much with Abbott, and so they fall 10-2 to the Reds. Moving on to the Pirates and the Padres. This is a game that Paul Skeens pitched, so he made his second appearance in the tournament. And the Pirates broke it open with 5 runs in the fourth inning. They got a couple of home runs, a 2-run homer from Brian Reynolds, and then Joey Bart hit a 3-run homer in that inning. And the Pirates go on to beat the Padres 7-1. Pirates 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Padres 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. Paul Skeens took it into the ninth inning, went 8 in the third innings, but kind of ran into some trouble. 7 walks, only gave credit with 1 run earned. He walked a couple, he struck out 9, and Chase DeJong came in, mopped it up for the final 2/3 of an inning. Nick Pivetta took the loss for the Padres. 3 2/3, 4 hits, 5 runs, all earned, a walk, 4 strikeouts, and a pair of home runs in that fourth inning when the Pirates broke it open for 5 runs. Uh, for the Padres, Manny Machado went 3 for 4, and so he had himself a decent game, but again to no avail. Padres will go into a loser bracket game. The Pirates continue to impress, especially with Paul Skeens, who picks up his second win in the tournament. Going on, we have the Cubs and the Giants, and in this game, the Cubs 11 hits in this game as they went on to beat the Giants 7-1. Line score: the Cubs 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Giants 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher was Matt Boyd. Boyd just went 6 1/3 innings, gave up a couple of hits, walked 2, struck out 5. Um, and then the Cubs turned it over to the bullpen: Tyson Miller, Brad Keller, and Mark Leiter. The losing pitcher for the Giants was Logan Webb, who went 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 4 walks, a couple of strikeouts. And for the Cubs, you've got a couple of hits by Ian Happ and a couple of hits for Michael Bush, and Nico Horner had a couple of RBIs, and Yan Gomez had a couple of RBIs, and he went 2 for 4 in this ball game. And your Matt Boyd, of course, got the MVP pitching for the Cubs. And in the final matchup, we have the Diamondbacks and the Cardinals. And the Cardinals would go on to win that game. They had a big inning in the bottom of the 8th. They scored 3 runs. They were down 3-2 and then put up 3 runs in the 8th inning. Let's kind of look at that and see what happened here. And so they were behind 3-2. Nolan Gorman doubled. Mason Wynn doubled. Brendan Donovan hit a single, and that produced 3 runs in the inning. And let's see. Let's look at it a little bit closer here. Here we go. So Wilson Contreras started off. He walked. Nolan Gorman doubles. Mason Wynn doubles. So there's a couple of runs right there. And we got a sacrifice bunt in there. And then we have a single by Donovan. That produced the 3rd run. That was the scoring in the bottom of the 8th. Diamondbacks 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. St. Louis Cardinals 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. When we look at the pitching lines, neither starter figured in the decision. The win went to Matt Svanson for the Cardinals. He pitched in the 8th inning and pretty much had a clean inning. Gets the win. Ryan Helsley got the save, pitching the 9th. The loss went to Kyle Nelson, who was credited with, didn't even get an out, 2 hits and 3 runs, all credit to him. The starters were Zach Gallen, who went 5 1/3, gave up 5 hits, couple of runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Miles McCollus went 5 1/3 as well for the Cardinals, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, gave up a home run. But the Cardinals come away with the win. That gives them a 5-3 record, rather with a 5-3 win. And let's just kind of show you where that brings us now with the in our matchups. So as we head into round two, here you can see we're looking at the American League. Just to recap, the Blue Jays beating the White Sox 9-0. Cleveland over Texas 5-3. Minnesota over Tampa Bay 2-1. And Boston beating Detroit 6-2. That will create the following matchups in the American League. Boston will play in Toronto, and Minnesota will go to Cleveland. Chicago will go to Detroit, and Texas will head to Tampa Bay. Now, these top four teams right here all have one win. Whoever wins in each game, they will move on. They'll have their spot earned in the Great Eight tournament. So two will move on. Two teams will end up being one win and one loss. And then these bottom four right here, they're all 0-1. So the losers of these games will be eliminated. Two losses and you're out. And the winners will both be 1-1, and they'll face the 1-1 teams up in here. In your National League, just to recap here, Pittsburgh beating San Diego 7-1. Cincinnati over the Mets 10-2. The Cubs beat the Giants 7-1. And the Cardinals over the Diamondbacks 5-3. That creates these matchups in round two. We will see Pittsburgh going to Cincinnati and the Cubs going to St. Louis. Those are the four winners of the last round, so they'll play each other. And the two winners will again move to the National League Great Eight, and the two losers will wait to play another game. And in the bottom tier, we have the Mets playing San Diego and the Diamondbacks in San Francisco. The losers of those two games will be eliminated from the tournament, and the two winners will also be 1-1. They will face the two losers, depending on the matchups, how that works out. In a Swiss tournament style format, you cannot play the same team twice in the tournament. So depending how that works out, that will determine what the pairings will be. Here's what we have as the four bye teams. They're waiting on the winners. You've got Houston, number one seed in the American League, the Yankees, the number two seed, Seattle, number three, Baltimore, number four, and they will wait for the four teams coming out of the mid-tier. In the National League, we have the Dodgers in number one, the Braves are number two, and the Brewers in number three, and the Philadelphia Phillies are number four, waiting on the four winners of the from the middle eight National League tournament. So that gives you kind of a brief summary of where we are. We've got some games where teams will be moving to the next round. We have teams that will be eliminated in the next round, and we'll bring you maybe a couple of games. In the meantime, if you like this content, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll see you at the ball field.